For New Mexico, we have student-athletes Nia Wilson, Nia Augman, Coach Mike Bradbury. Coach, we can start with you. Some comments on tonight's game.
Yeah, I got off to a rough start. I think, with San Diego State, you get, a really good team. They've got a ton of talent, and now they're playing to their talent level. And when they do that, it's really good, and they'll have a chance. The tough start did not help us. I thought they shot it well, and we couldn't seem to make one. I think a couple things you can attribute that to is, they are old, they're experienced, and we really have three people that have ever played in a game here, and a couple of them, it was very limited minutes when they did. So I think that kind of caught up to us a little bit today. That's tonight's game. But I will say, this has still been the most fun year of coaching a team that in my 8 years at UNM. These guys, they fight, they do it the right way. They're great people, great character, great human beings, and they're fun to be around. So, it's hard because you're disappointed. It ends, but there's no way, no loss at any time, and you're always going to lose your last one. Would change my mind about coaching this team.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for the student athletes first?
Braden Nurse with the Mountain West. You held them to 10 points in the third quarter. Just what did you try to do defensively out of halftime to kind of limit what they're able to do and kind of stop the bleeding a little bit?
We just had to be more aggressive. I don't think we were aggressive in the first half, and so we got out there with high energy and high effort, and we just had to be aggressive. That's it.
So how frustrating was it that you couldn't really capitalize on it when you were successful in defensive end?
I wish we would have done it in the first half. I think it really didn't, we really didn't start getting physical and into the game until the second half. We didn't start taking advantage of ball pressure until the second half, which we should have done. As you can tell, we got a lot of turnovers going into that third quarter coming out of halftime. If we would have took advantage of that the first half, we would have got it.
And you did start to kind of make a run, do some things better in later in the fourth quarter. Just how happy were you with the fight and the willingness to keep going?
I'm always happy with our fight. We always give it all we have, and so when we play together and stick to our identity, we get a good result. And so we weren't sticking to our identity in the first half, and that was the result. But playing with this team, playing together, being coached by these coaches is always fun. So that kind of made us smile a little bit because we were kind of down, but we came back and we did what we can do.
Yeah, I want to ask Anaya first. I mean, you guys have come from behind so many times this year, but it just felt like tonight you just couldn't hit that key shot to kind of get the momentum going. Was it frustrating for you guys?
Of course, because we've been in that position before, and so like I say all the time, we've been here before. That was what I kept saying in the timeouts. We got to dig deep, and so we dug deep a little too late, and so
Anaya, just you end up with 22, and obviously we're attacking the basket. Did you just feel like you kind of had to do that at some point because now the shots weren't falling?
I mean, that's just my role. Me and Anaya is just to get downhill, so I took advantage of it. And just getting them stops on defense. I mean, it's a team effort. They're the reason why I'm getting those points. They're the reason why I'm getting downhill. So, yeah.
And Anaya, last, just obviously you're going to have a little bit of a break now, but there's probably still basketball to be played. You guys able to put this one behind you quickly enough?
Yeah, I think so. This one hurt a little bit more than usual. We don't want to come here and lose the first game, and so, we're just going to put it behind us and keep pushing forward. My team is resilient, and we have been resilient the whole entire year, and so we're going to do the same.
Anything else for the student athletes? Okay, we'll excuse you at this time, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions for the coach?
Coach, what was your message at halftime, given you're down by 11 and not really doing the things that you know you can do? And what did you think of the way you responded?
Yeah, I mean, we needed to be a little more aggressive. We were uncharacteristically offensively taking bad shots, and quicker shots than we normally take. And defensively, I mean, we were, looked stunned. And again, that's not usual, and I think San Diego State played really well. The message was, we have to bring the fight and we have to compete, at a higher level. And, we did that, and it was a little more competitive.
And even though you didn't do what you obviously wanted to do this season, you're returning a lot of your players, so just how excited are you to how much are you looking forward to improving and maturing during this offseason?
Yeah, I think that would be great. This team will continue to grow, and I hope that's what happens.
You've talked about it before. Sometimes playing that game on the previous day is actually something of an advantage. It seemed like they were obviously sharper coming out of the gate. Do you think that was an advantage today?
Yeah, it always is. Now, we'll see how it played out. I mean, obviously, I guess the first game today, but that's a whole different deal. UNLV doesn't count in most of these things, and then second game, I don't know. Did neither one of them had played, so. It's always an advantage now, for them starting the next day, it turns into a disadvantage. But on day two, it is. You're just, you're used to it.
And the one that, did have a nice game today was Olda. I mean, could you just talk about what she was able to do off the bench?
She's continued to improve, since the day she got here. And, kid was given nothing, and she, she's earned everything that she gets now, and she's now turned herself into an extremely important part of our team. And couldn't happen to a better person. What a great kid.
And you got a while to wait before you find out what's next, I guess. What do you do when you guys get home?
Again, sorry, I hadn't thought about it. I was planning on sticking around another day or two. I don't know. I mean, we'll take a couple days off probably.
Going to go back here.
Mike, did they do anything differently than you'd seen on tape or in person from the three-point line to kind of affect your ability to hit the three ball?
No, they didn't. They're good. I mean, and they're good defensively. Today they were exceptional on offense, but they're good defensively, and they do what they do, and they did it well tonight. I thought we rushed some stuff and weren't patient enough, so that made their defense look even better. And then it seemed like when we did get something at the basket or did get an open three, I mean, we didn't make any. V had some good looks, and and just couldn't make them.
Okay, thank you for your time, Coach.
Yep, thanks.